Welcome back to BLOCKTV. This is Black Hats, where we uncover all the scams, frauds, and hacks in the cryptosphere. Now, another company is being sued over SIM swapping. This time, it's Bitrex, who is being sued over a SIM swap that netted criminals 100 Bitcoin, currently worth nearly $1 million. Now, Seattle-based angel investor and SIM swapping victim Craig Bennett alleges that Bitrex didn't follow proper security protocols and standards, which led to the hackers getting away with this crypto. Now, he also claims that they didn't notify him, Bitrex, that being, didn't notify him in time about the hack, and they even violated their own terms of service in how they responded to the breach of his account. Now, Bennett believes that his SIM swap was an inside job. This is just like Seth Shapiro's, that is, dealing with AT&T, but unlike Shapiro, who had internal communications from the hackers and AT&T employees, Bennett thinks it's an inside job because someone was able to change his account PIN, and they even were able to change the social security number that was tied to his account. Yes, someone was able to change the account social security number from his to obviously whichever one they benefited them at the time. Now, Bitrex and AT&T both responded to this by saying that users should not trust their account security to their phone number, which when the actual phone company is saying that really makes you worried. But in essence, they're not really wrong, because here at BLOCKTV, we did a desk talk that exposed just how easy it was to get away with SIM swapping. The only information that we provided, we called T-Mobile by the way, the only information that we provided to T-Mobile was the phone number that we wanted to swap. That was it. And they were ready to give us access to the phone account and even ship us the SIM card for free to any address of our choosing. So definitely exchanges and phone companies have to do a better job at combating SIM swapping if they want the sphere to be taken seriously. Now, Bennett claims that Bitrex should have noticed something was fishy when his account was being accessed by a new IP address in Florida and a new operating system which he never used before. Plus, Bennett says that he should have locked withdrawals on his account for 24 hours after his password was changed. This is something he says that other exchanges already do as a security measure. The thinking being that if hackers go and get into your account and are able to change the password, if you delay them for 24 hours, hopefully something will notice something's up before they have a time to take the money. Now, until exchanges pick up their security game and phone companies protect their customers' accounts, like I always said, keep your crypto in your cold wallets, because not your keys, not your crypto. Well, another day, another person claiming to be Satoshi Nakamoto. This time at a Sims convention. A guy named George Malt, great name by the way, convinced the convention that he was the co-founder of Bitcoin. He got them to introduce him as the co-founder, and he even proceeded to give a whole lecture about Bitcoin and its applications. He claimed to own 250,000 Bitcoin, which is about $2.3 billion at current market value. Now, fortunately, someone there knows something about Bitcoin and called George out for being a fraud.
All right, look, this guy right here, he's a fucking scammer. This dude, no, don't you look away. This guy's a fucking scammer. This guy right here, he's not Satoshi. He's telling people he's fucking Satoshi, but he's a fucking scammer. This fucking guy right here, you don't belong in this space. Get out. Yeah, I'm here. Say something. Say something. This fucking guy is a piece of shit scammer.
Hey, take it out.
No.
Take it out.
Oh, no. You don't know me, bro. And I know this guy.
Right.
And I know this guy. Touch me. Touch me. Don't touch me.
Do it.
Touch me. I'll fuck you up.
Out.
Yo, don't touch me, man. Get off me. You don't know me and I don't know you. Don't
care.
touch me.
Don't ever do that.
Don't ever fucking touch me. How about that? How about that?
You need to get out of
You need to get the fuck out of my face. You don't know me.
You need
This fucking guy doesn't know me. Shut the fuck up. This guy is a scammer. Just know that.
Apparently, this guy doesn't know me. Touch me, say that you love me. Yes, so that was a hero amongst us calling out George Malt for being the fraud, clearly that he is. I do not believe he is Satoshi Nakamoto. But George Malt wasn't done with his lies just yet. He also claimed to be friends with popular Bitcoin supporter Andreas Antonopoulos. Now, Antonopoulos quickly took to Twitter to deny those claims and set the record straight about this fraudster. Although I do love in the picture, they're smiling quite nicely together. Speaking of people pretending to be Satoshi Nakamoto, Craig Wright, everyone's favorite, has broken his settlement agreement with the state of David Kleiman. Now, Wright claims that he can no longer pay his end of the settlement, which includes half of all intellectual property that they worked on together, as well, and this is the part he can't pay, as well as half the Bitcoin mined before 2014, which is about 500,000 Bitcoin. Currently, that'd be about $4.5 billion, which if Craig Wright did have access to $4.5 billion, he'd be one of the richest men in the world in terms of liquid assets. But of course, Wright doesn't have that. And what else doesn't Wright have? Wright doesn't have any credibility in court, as the judge on the case already found him contempt of court for hiding Bitcoin addresses, lying in arguments, and manipulating documents and emails pertaining to the case. Yes, he already got caught for all this. Now, there's very little chance that the court rules in favor of Wright, but the question does remain, how much Bitcoin the Kleiman estate will actually be able to recruit from Wright, even if the court rules in their favor? This is just the latest reason to hate Craig Wright. Now, the Financial Action Task Force, or the FATF as the cool kids call them, published a draft guidance for how governments, exchanges, and other stakeholders should enforce anti-money laundering rules and counter-financing terrorism regulations. Now, all this specifically using digital identification systems. Now, the guidelines specifically mention blockchain as a potential tool that can aid in the growth of these digital ID networks. The FATF mentioned that exchanges should, quote, take an informed risk-based approach to relying on digital ID systems for customer due diligences. I'm assuming, as we see the leaky holes that have been found in crypto exchanges up until now. Now, these guidelines come just in time as terrorist organizations and in general bad actors have started utilizing not just Bitcoin, but privacy coins and stable coins as a way to circumvent traditional money laundering efforts. Now, lastly, and not really a black hat, but we must give an honorable mention to the BitMEX exchange, which by accident revealed many of its users' email addresses by putting them in the CC field. Oh, come on, guys. Rookie mistake. Now those users are targets of phishing scams because hackers have access now to the email addresses, and their accounts are now more vulnerable. And if you think that two-step verification using your phone number is going to protect you, think again. Christmas came early this year for black hatters, thanks to BitMEX. So thanks a lot, BitMEX. Well, that was Black Hats. Stay informed, stay safe, and stay tuned at BLOCKTV.com.
For more news and updates, follow us on Twitter.